Welcome to the NIH Pathways Student Internship Information Webinar, presented by the Corporate Recruitment Unit and Global Recruitment Unit of the Client Services Division in the Offices of Human Resources. The National Institutes of Health, or NIH, is a part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and is the nation's medical research agency, making important discoveries that improve health and save lives. The headquarters for the Office of the Director and the institutes and centers are located in Bethesda, Maryland. The NIH has more than 75 buildings in a campus-like environment over 300 acres. Some research is performed on campus in state-of-the-art laboratory facilities, although more than 80% of research activities are conducted by scientists working in every state and around the world. The NIH is made up of 27 different components called institutes and centers, and each has its own specific research agenda, often focusing on particular diseases or body systems. All but 3 of these components receive their funding directly from Congress and administrate their own budgets. Now that you have seen the campus, we will review the agenda of this webinar. First, we will provide an overview of the Pathways program. Then, the resources for job seekers. And finally, there will be a section for questions and answers. As the largest biomedical research agency in the world, the NIH supports over 2,500 universities and research institutions throughout the United States, from the Institute for Child Health and Human Development and the Institute on Aging, to research on infectious diseases such as HIV and AIDS and Ebola, to innovative brain research provided by the Brain Initiative. The NIH's institutes and centers continue to turn discovery into health. In our next section, we will cover all you need to know about the Pathways program for students and recent graduates. In the Pathways program, there are 2 types of appointments, the first of which is a temporary appointment, the second, an indefinite appointment. Temporary appointments generally take place during the summer, whereas an indefinite appointment takes place throughout the school year. Additionally, there are numerous types of positions advertised, and generally speaking, these are of a technical, scientific, or administrative nature. The Pathways program announcements for summer internships are posted in or around the month of March, and it is important to note that for Pathways internships, there is an opportunity for extension. The position may be part-time or full-time, depending on the institute or center's need. And lastly, there is a possibility for interns to be converted at the end of the program. However, this is not guaranteed. The NIH Recent Graduates Program targets students who have graduated within the past 2 years from a college, professional, technical, vocational, and/or trade school or certificate program lasting at least 1 year. Military service does extend the eligibility window up to 6 years, and appointments can be made up to the GS-9 level unless associated with science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. It is important to note that to be eligible, students must have a 3.0 cumulative GPA or greater. Pathways students have a 1-year accepted service appointment in the Recent Graduates Pathway. There is also a Pathways participant agreement which is required upon appointment. Recent graduates must complete at least 40 hours of formal interactive training each year of the program, and are put on IDPs or individual development plans to create and track career planning, professional development, and training advancement. Mentorship is also provided throughout the program. In order to convert, qualification standards for the position must be met. The NIH maintains a webpage for students at jobs.nih.gov. To find out more information about the Pathways program, click Pathways for Students and Recent Graduates, and on the resulting page, select NIH Recent Graduates. At the NIH, excellence has no boundaries. We recognize the value of every individual, and we appreciate and leverage all dimensions of difference. We believe that when individuals work in an inclusive environment, they put their unique ideas on the table and fully contribute to the NIH mission. They work at their highest potential and draw on their unique viewpoints to generate innovative solutions to advance health discovery. In that, it is our hope that you are inspired also by the NIH mission and will join us in turning discovery into health. And now, time for questions and answers.